Oh.
Pretty much summed it up by coming in and saying that was amazing. To expand on.
No, just the effort, the ability to just hang in there. I didn't think we had a great team spirit in the third. You know, it felt like we were down 30 and it was an 8-point game. And then it got to 17, I think at the beginning of the fourth. I'm not quite sure when it was, 15, 17. And that's when, for whatever reason, I saw this steadiness in our huddle. And, you know, we call it the wear down effect, where if we can just stay with it, trust each other, keep playing the right way, we can live with the results. And, you know, Chris and Mikhail in that fourth quarter, Chris's ability to just execute and find guys, and then Mikhail on both ends of the floor tonight was absolutely phenomenal. And then, you know, Book, I mean, you look, he's got 33 points and you don't even mention it. You know, I sound like a doofus, but I just thought there was a point where Cam Johnson stuck his nose in there and got his hands on a lot of balls and rebounds, because that's where they were hurting us in the first half. They just kept getting offensive rebounds and getting extra possessions, and it was a bit frustrating. And, you know, to overcome a team that shot 33 free throws, I mean, you have to do something extraordinary, and it was our defense. They're the number one defense in the offense in the NBA, and they, you know, scored 105 points. So to me, that was case in point for the wear down effect. Look, man, I'm not a politician, nor am I, you know, eloquent with pushing people, but I don't know how you can't look at the effort that young man puts forth every night on that end of the floor, and then does what he does on offense. But I've been saying it all year, he does it from the outside in. You know, he's not in the coverage, which a lot of the bigs are in coverage. He's actually guarding people and running around and giving up his body and getting deflections and block shots and steals. And he guards the toughest guy every single night. And tonight was case in point why he should be in that conversation.
Curious when you look at this, you guys set the franchise record for the wrong record. 32-9, it was 31-10. You guys just surpassed that. I know these numbers coming at you, you're still like, what in the world? But what is it about this team on the road that's able to have that kind of work?
I mean, you can't play like that on the road if you don't have a team with experience. That's number one. Two, we have the best backcourt in the league. We have a bunch of guys who should get defensive, all defensive team mention. Chris, our whole starting lineup should get mentioned. And then we have some guys on the bench that, you know, are growing with experience. Cam Johnson, you know, he hasn't been able to flick it from range, but he found a way to have an effect on the game by attacking the basket and coming up with 50-50 balls. And so there was contributions all over the place tonight from a road perspective, but I think we've been in these situations a lot now. And I always go back to the bubble, you know, that environment helped us grow up. You know, we weren't at home, but we weren't on the road, but it was just weird. And you realize, you know, all you have is your teammate and your staff. And that, you know, that's helped us, I think. Yeah, just he was trying to get through his pregame, and Jared Jack noticed something, and Cam didn't want to say anything. So Jared kind of talked to him and said, "Hey, man, you don't look right." So he went and got some treatment, and we just decided to hold him and just trying to be smart. That's all. But I do feel like this is the time of the year where if you can hold a guy and keep him from hurting himself, this is the time to do it.
Just looking at just even going forward to Sunday, people always say you got nothing to play for, but knowing you, there's always something to play for. So how do you approach it?
I don't know. I think you play to win the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to start quoting people, but that's why you play. I don't know why show up if you're not going to try to win. And it's one of the reasons why I love our team, is because we have a locker room full of competitors. They want to win. And so that's how we're going to approach it. You know, who we play, I'm not even going to get into that. I'm going to enjoy this flight and look at the film, and then we'll come up with a plan as we get ready.
Take one from Kellen Olson on Zoom.
Hey, Monty, a few weeks ago with Mikel, you mentioned how he's seeking the ball out now in the fourth quarter. Just how have you seen him step up in those moments for not only being ready for the ball, but looking for it in those situations as well?
Well, I think he's looking for it, and I also feel like guys are looking for him. They trust him now. And not to say that they didn't before, but they've seen him put the work in. They've seen him willingly take shots in those moments. And because of that, I think it builds a level of trust amongst the group. You know, we ran a play for him out of a timeout, and he gets to his mid-range shot. He knocks the shot down. And then after that, it was just this big bucket after big bucket type thing. But I think it works both ways. I think he's looking for the shots, but I also feel like the guys who have the ball, you know, Book and Chris, in those moments, they look for him too.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.